welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk to you about another triggering event because that's what I'm doing nowadays. I'm going to trigger you, or I'm going to annoy you, or I'm going to inspire you. One extreme to the next. Alright, let's go. So today I'm going to talk to you about how being selfish is the most loving thing you can do. Yeah, I went there. Let's go there again. So, what do I mean about that? You see, in my other video about like the mistake I made for 20 years, I was talking about how I kept putting people first. I kept putting other people first at the expense of myself. And I did that for 20 years. It got me nowhere. People pleasing is a curse. It is a curse. And indulging in it, I mean, just look back. You know, who knows what age you are right now? I don't know. But just look back 5 years, 10 years. How many times has people pleasing blown up in your face? Seriously, think about it. Honestly. You don't have to share it with anyone else. You don't have to have anyone else judge you about it. But how many times has that worked out for you? And even if somehow they accepted you for a while, are you still around those people? Do you feel really good when you're around those people? Maybe. Unlikely. But you could say, like, they're my friends. Okay, so, but are you a friend to yourself? Because no matter where you go, you're always going to be with yourself. No matter how many decades pass, as long as you're alive, no matter where you are in this world, you're always going to be with yourself. So if you don't cultivate self-respect, that's going to haunt you. Someone could, like, think of all those people out there, you hear about them all the time. They are working these, like, super high-end jobs, maybe executives. They have, like, millions of dollars coming in. You hear about they got families, they got friends, they got children, and they kill themselves. Like, wait, what? How the hell does that work? They've got everything, and they still are miserable because they're not being true to themselves. Maybe that executive is that way because he was expected to go to business school, and he was expected to succeed at all costs. Maybe he really was a beautiful artist. Maybe his art was amazing, but he was always consistently told that being an artist is no future. You got to be a businessman. You got to be an executive. You got to do what your dad did. You got to do what your mom did. You know, there's no future in writing. There's no future in art. There's no future in baking, being a cook. That leads to misery. No, what leads to misery is not being yourself. You could do all the right things, but if you do them for the wrong reasons, eventually it all falls apart anyway. You see, but if you do what you are passionate about, what you love to do, you can literally turn whatever it is that you love to do into a business. I mean, look around now. We now have legions of young kids who are making livings, and some of them very well, off of playing video games. Not at the top level, on Twitch. They go shooting around in some Call of Duty game, and they have money rolling in, people who are watching them. They became entertainers doing what they like to do. Even a few years ago, it'd be like, that's insane. That can't happen. It's happening. Amazing artists. It's like, art is amazing. I personally can't draw a stick figure to save my life. I've never actually, been very artistic. I'm the opposite side of the spectrum, very analytical, but I love art. Art's beautiful. I've never been able to draw it myself, but it's gorgeous. I love it. But you need people to make art. Are you an artist working some cubicle job? Are you an artist working some construction job? Are you a musician who's given up on their dream because they keep, getting told that there's no future in music? Have you been, rejected, door slammed in your face, told no so many times that you just said, fuck, screw it. I'm not going to do this any longer. There's no future there. I mean, I understand. It's like on the wall over there, like I got an accounting degree, but I don't do accounting. I do it as a hobby, but I too had, door slammed in my face, told no. And, I understand you give up after a while. But, you know, giving up doesn't have to be permanent. That's a temporary thing. Get back up, dust yourself off, reevaluate how you're doing things, come up with a new strategy. Even if it's part time, live your life the way you want to live it. When the deathbed comes, you're not going to look back at those people that rejected you as your biggest failures. You see, like the number one deathbed regret is not living a life true to yourself. All these people you may be going out of your way to cater to, they're not going to be there when, death's knocking on your door. Most of us want to believe that they will be, but it's very unlikely. It's super unlikely. Are you going to leave here proud of the life you lived? Or are you going to be miserable and wishing you had it all to do over again? And you know what? If you had it all to do over again, would you still live the exact life that you did? If you could say yes, wow, amazing. That's so much different than anyone else. That's great. But you're in this very, very small minority if that's the case. The vast majority of people are going to say no. Even I will say that. Only in the last year have I started to actually be true to myself. Truly. And it had to do some hard lessons along the way. One of them was stop pleasing people. These people you think are going to have your back the term as it goes, they're not. Like 1 out of 100 maybe. It's like the rest will like chuck you at the first inconvenience. I mean, that goes for jobs too. So you need to be selfish. You need to be motivated for yourself, because you need to build yourself up into someone who has something to give. It's like you can't help a poor person by being one of them. It doesn't work that way. You need to be above that. You need to be helping people from a position of strength, not from a position of weakness. So you have to build yourself up, and to build yourself up in this society that's all constantly trying to put you back down again, you need to be selfish. You need to break the rules. You need to go outside the box. I said break the rules, not the law, but break the rules. And we're going to talk about that one next. But you need to push outside the box. You need to not be liked. And I'm not saying go out of your way to not be liked. Be true to yourself. If they like you for being yourself, excellent. If they don't, too bad. Who cares? Get rid of them. They're just, another roadblock in the way. Chuck them. Because that's what it matters. They're either on board your success train or they're not. If they're not, fine. They get the hell out of the way or get run over. Because you're moving forward no matter what. And maybe sometimes you derail, but you got to get back on again. Get back on the tracks and keep going. In a year, not even a full year, but I did more in a single year than I did in the last 20 by starting to be selfish, starting to do things for myself, read books and apply them for me, not for so and so, not for, a friend, nuh-uh, for me. I tried to like enlist other people. Most people aren't going to be able to walk with you. Most people aren't motivated enough to do it. They've got their own battles to fight inside before they can walk your path. So walk your path, and if you have to, walk it alone. Because other people will join up with you later on. You can't be inspiring if you're too well behaved. It's just not going to happen. How can you inspire people to change, to push outside of the boundaries, if you're constantly looking for validation from people? It just doesn't work that way. Leaders, by definition, go first. And sometimes first means going alone. Because if you can't go alone, you can't be different. If you're never willing to stand alone, you're never going to stand out. That's just something that I've definitely started to take to heart, and I've noticed the difference. When I want to go do something, I go do it. Nowadays, I go do it. I waited 5 years for another person to show up to go do some stuff. I did it in an afternoon. 5 freaking years I waited on something, and in a moment I said, no more waiting. I just did it. Why didn't I do it 5 years ago? Because I was waiting on other people. I wanted to, have a bigger experience. So by trying to have a bigger experience, I had no experience at all until I actually went out and did it myself. And it was amazing. So, I'm going to be preaching over and over again, choose yourself, choose yourself, choose yourself. If the choice comes up between you and another person, choose you, choose you, choose you. I'm going to be, repetitive about this over and over again. Choose yourself. To hell with these people you've been catering to. To hell with them all. If they cheer for you as you rise, great. Let's go. If they want to try and pull you back down, out of the way they have to go. Because you're still going to be with yourself, and it's just going to be a life full of regret. You wishing so desperately you can do over again. Or in this moment right now, are you going to choose yourself? If even that means one little action every single day that says, I love myself. If I want to do this, I'm going to do this. If people won't join me with it, great. That's fine. I'll do it anyway. Because you are number one priority in your own life. And if you're not, well, look at your life up to this point. You can see how that works out. And I tell you right now, it doesn't work out worth a damn. It's no life worth living at all. So, choose yourself. And go ahead, if you like these videos, like, comment, and subscribe. How have you chosen yourself? Comment it down below. What are you going to do right now, every day? How are you going to help yourself? How are you going to choose yourself? What are you going to do to love yourself? One little action can be so small, but it will build. Comment it down below. Share with other people. How's it going to go? How does yours look? How does it look for you? Tell us. Tell us all. Inspire another person. You never know who you may inspire with just one comment somewhere. Alright? Alright, I will see you on the next video. You have a wonderful day.